Wiltshire police are getting 10 requests a week from people trying to find out if their partner has a history of domestic violence. The force is trying out a project called Clare's Law.
It's named after Clare Wood, who was murdered by her ex-boyfriend who had a record of violence. In a moment, we'll hear from Clare's father, but first, Jenny Hill explains how it works.
Clare Wood died at the hands of her ex-boyfriend. She'd had no idea George Appleton had a history of violence towards women. Now a law in her name gives people the right to ask police about their partner's past. Young mum Amber was among the first to use it. Last year, someone, she doesn't know who, was so concerned about her boyfriend, they contacted police on her behalf. What officers then disclosed changed everything.
It was really scary, and then to know he was in a house with me and my son. Straight away, in my head, I was like, I need to get away from him. I can't be anywhere near him, because I was meant to meet him that night, and straight away I was like, Mum, I'm coming to stay with you. I can't be on my own. I didn't want to be on my own.
Clare's Law is being trialled by 4 police forces. The Wiltshire police force say in the last week alone, they've had applications from 10 people. The team here trawl through old records.
I've gone through some initial inquiries and I've decided that we need to progress to a stage 2, which is
This is sensitive work. Relevant information can be passed on, though not in detail, and the man or woman concerned is always offered support and protection.
A lot of the people that we deal with, the perpetrators, are in fact serial perpetrators, and they will carry out a well-practiced modus operandi on their victims. So they will target 4 or 5 victims. They always probably use the same method, and you're back to that situation, does a leopard change its spots?
Simone can't tell us exactly what police recently revealed about her partner. Anyone using Clare's Law must sign a confidentiality agreement, but she told us the disclosure confirmed her suspicions.
If any chap brand new in your relationship makes you feel uncomfortable by the sort of attention he's giving you, and giving you gifts, making you feel uncomfortable in a way you're not sure of, that is enough in itself, just a gut feeling, without any instances of anger or anything like that.
Some have criticised the law as a waste of money, but Clare Wood's father has backed the scheme. The year after she died, 93 women and 21 men were killed by a current or former partner. Some of them simply had no warning. Jenny Hill, BBC Points West, Wiltshire.
Well, Michael Brown is Clare Wood's father, and he joins us now from our studio in Leeds. Good evening to you. How would a law like this have helped to protect your daughter?
Well, it would give my daughter the chance to make an educated decision of whether to stay or go. But in my daughter's case, she'd already ended the relationship and been to the police to say she was being harassed. The police couldn't tell my daughter at that time, due to the confidential nature of his crimes.
Now, can anyone turn up at a police station and say, I've got my suspicions about person X, can you give me the lowdown on him?
That's not the case at all. That would only be stage 1. Should anybody think they could just walk in and say, what's he done, is barking up the wrong tree. There is a system in place where they can be or will be told, and they don't, in certain circumstances, they don't even have to ask, because if the police know that it's a serial perpetrator, they will volunteer the information.
We know the take-up in Wiltshire has been, 10 people have gone to the police to ask for information. Are you surprised at the high number of people seeking help?
No, definitely not. I knew nothing about domestic violence until I lost my daughter. But you go onto the internet and it gushes forth like a wave. It is an epidemic in this country, and it doesn't surprise me at all.
Isn't it the truth, though, that if you're as far along the line that you need to go to the police to check on your partner, you probably shouldn't be in that relationship anyway, and you ought to be packing your bags and getting to somewhere safe?
Well, obviously you don't know what domestic violence amounts to. It's not always violent. They tend to estrange you from family, their friends, they cut off your telephone, they take away your mobile, and you are reliant on them. These people work in devious ways. It's not always violence.
Okay. Mr. Brown, thank you very much indeed for joining us tonight.
Not at all, my pleasure.
Thank you.